The only difference is obviously Progress does not require life support systems, so it can carry a full cargo. This Progress is bringing about 5,800 pounds worth of cargo to the station. That includes 764 pounds of propellant, another 110 pounds of oxygen and air, 926 pounds of water, and 3,000 pounds of spare parts, experiment hardware, and various logistics equipment.
Range rate is minus 0.07, copy.
The total weight of the Progress spacecraft, including the hardware upon arrival, is about a little more than 13,000 pounds. The station's mass currently 890,400 pounds, and after the 50 Progress arrival, the station's mass will be recorded as 903,576 pounds.
The station is moving to the left. Copy.
Дальность сохраняется, скорость минус 0,1 на сближение.
Range is the same, and range rate is minus 0.1, and we're continuing with the maneuver along the roll axis.
You can see the small thruster firings as the Progress continues its fly around to align with the docking port on the Russian segment of the station.
Approach a little bit earlier. You will see initial, then after ZAVCOM, and then it'll be display 44, and after that we will be go for final approach. Okay, copy all. So I'll be standing by for your go. Right, and we'll prompt you again. We just wanted to prompt you that that's what's to be expected, and we'll give you the commands in real time as well. Copy.
And a beautiful view high above the southeastern Pacific Ocean, tracking northeasterly toward the coastline of Colombia. I report that they are in station keeping at 650 feet. They're now aligned with the docking port.
Activate display 44.
The top in this view is the Zvezda service module. At the bottom part is the Zarya control module.
Gone through. Okay, and then.
And a little bit early, they've been given a go for the final approach.
Approach. We've got, and we're working per page 23. Copy, and we're monitoring and working per page 23. Then we will be activating work once again. First BPS to initial and then work. That is correct.
Дальность 150
минус 0,8. 50 minus 0.8. The docking assembly is in the middle. Copy.
Угловой размер
angular
такой, что у вас соответствует дальности 140 метров.
velocity corresponds to the range. We have 140. Copy.
That's about 450 feet from the International Space Station.
Мишень сместилась влево.
So the target moved
120, скорость 0,66.
to the left by 1 degree, range is 120, velocity is 0.66. Copy.
Мишень слева 1
Target is to the left 1 degree,
минус 0,6.
110 minus 0.66. Copy.
360 feet.
Мишень слева.
Target is to the left
Дальность
0.5
скорость минус 0,55.
degrees, 90 meters, and minus 0.5. Copy.
Мишень слева.
Target is to the left and down 0.5 degrees. Copy.
Дальность 8.
Range is 80.
Минус 0,30.
Range rate is minus 0.35.
Принято.
Copy.
This view from 260 feet to the docking port, almost directly in the crosshairs.
Docking assembly corresponds to the range. Copy.
Мишень
Target is
кресты
in the middle and stable,
минус 0,28.
minus 0.28 meters per second. Copy.
Дальность 70.
Range is
Минус 0,20.
70 and 70, and the range rate is minus 0.28. Copy.
Дальность 60. Мишень
Range
слева
60.
вверху полградуса.
Half a degree at the target, 0.23 rate.
Принято.
Copy.
180 feet.
Мишень слева
The
вверху
target
полградуса.
on the left,
Дальность
half
50.
degrees,
Скорость минус 0,18.
negative
Принято.
0.18 is rate. Copy.
Кресты собраны.
Crosshairs collected. The target is stable. Copy.
Inside 150 feet now.
Есть готовность.
Readiness of SSVP. Reporting. Copy.
Дальность 40.
Range 40.
Мишень слева вверху
On the
полградуса.
left,
Кресты собраны. Скорость
target.
минус 0,18.
Negative
Принято.
0.18 rate.
Мишень
Target
слева.
on top left half degrees. Crosshairs collected.
Мишень
Target in the left half a degree. Crosshairs collected. Copy.
Подходим к дальности 30
Getting close to 30 meters range.
Принято.
Copy.
Inside 100 feet now.
Так, выдаю команду
Issue
на включение
command
GPS.
BPS initial.
Верно.
Correct.
Команда
Command issued.
работа.
Work.
Команда прошла. Включаем отвод
Command
X.
fast
Принято.
plus X. Activation copy.
Команда
Command issued.
готова закрыть
Ready to
антенну.
close the antenna.
Дайте инструкцию.
You wait for the instruction.
Готов, наблюдаете.
Observing.
Понял, ожидаем.
Waiting for the go.
У нас есть информация о закрытии антенны.
We have information to the track antenna. Copy.
The initial contact and capture will be through that docking probe on the near end of the Progress spacecraft.
Half a degree.
Скорость минус 0,13.
Crosshairs collected.
Now about 80 feet from arrival.
Range. Rate. -0.13.
Мишень.
The target is in the middle.
Скорость минус 0,14.
-0.15.
Now perfectly aligned with the docking target, just underneath the hatchway of the Pirs Docking Compartment.
На 15 метрах перевернем страницу на 24-ю.
At 15 minutes. At 15 meters,
Есть небольшой правый
we should
крен.
turn the page to page 15. We have a small roll. Copy.
Now about 50 feet.
Left roll. Slight left roll. Copy. Range 15.
Принято. Переходим на
Copy.
24-ю страницу.
Go to page 24. Monitor the crosshairs.
Понял, работаем по 24-й странице.
Copy.
Кресты собраны.
Crosshairs together. The target is on top. 0.5 degrees.
Принято.
Copy.
...250 miles above Bogota, Colombia, tracking northeasterly.
Есть небольшой левый
Small
крен.
left roll.
Мишень в центре.
Target in the middle. Crosshairs collected.
Кресты
Crosshairs
собраны.
collected.
Мишень в
Target
центре.
in the middle.
Принято.
Copy.
Дальность 7.
Range 7.
Принято 7.
Copy 7.
Now 20 feet from docking.
Мишень в центре. Кресты собраны.
Target in the
Скорость
center.
минус 11.
-0.18. Range
Дальность 6.
6.
Принято.
Copy.
Дальность
Range
4.
4.
Мишень в центре. Кресты собраны. Хорошо.
Target in the center. Crosshairs collected. Good. Range
Дальность
3.
В центре. Кресты собраны.
In the center.
0,12.
Collected. 0.18. Point 13.
В центре. Кресты собраны.
In the center. Crosshairs collected.
Ожидаем касания.
Waiting for contact. Copy.
Inside 10 feet, standing by for contact and capture.
We have capture. Copy. Capture.
And the space station's in free drift. We have confirmation of capture. We'll stand by for the official docking time. Looks like it's about 2:35, a little more than that, maybe 2:36. We'll stand by for the official word from visiting vehicle officer.
Смотрите, на следующий шаг будет
Next
отключение Тору.
step, Toru deactivation on page 27.
После завершения процесса стягивания.
That will be after retraction only. Then we will be able to monitor it from the ground stations.
16 минут у нас начало НИПов.
In 16 minutes,
Процесс стягивания.
we'll have AOS.
Выполним все по 20 минут.
Then we'll monitor retraction, and then we'll complete everything on page 27. Please review page 27 in the meanwhile. Copy.
Понял, будем на связи. Готовимся к отключению.
And we'll be standing by here and waiting on Toru Ops. Hear your command, and congratulations on automatic docking. Thank you.
And this is Mission Control Houston. The 50 Progress vehicles arrived at the International Space Station. Official automated docking time is 2:35 p.m. Central Time. For those keeping track of seconds, the report was 19 seconds, so 2:35 and 19 seconds for the arrival. That is 5 hours and 55 minutes from launch to docking. The arrival docking came just as the space station and the Progress vehicle tracked to the southwest of Puerto Rico. The space station remains in free drift during the process post-docking of retracting the Progress probe, that initial contact probe, and then closing the hooks and latches in order to seal the newly arrived cargo vehicle to the International Space Station's DC-1, or the Pirs Docking Compartment. Once the Progress hooks are seen through the telemetry as being closed, then the signal will command the hooks to close on the other side of the interface, on the Pirs Docking Compartment interface. And that should only take a couple of minutes to complete. And we do have confirmation the probe is now retracting.
Отсюда Москвы в канале СГ-1 для Романа.
Mission control. Space Program 1 for Roman.
Сергей,
Sergey, I have a question.
значит, по расписанию в 20
At 20:40,
остановка на топ приложение NASA NPEC.
NASA NTEC 2 viewer installation on the laptop is scheduled for me, but it is not.
Он меня включен совсем другой.
It's not the one that's activated now. I have Video Server 2 activated instead.
Секунду, Роман.
Just a second, Roman.
Роман, значит, выполняем по радиограмме 15-15.
Your radiograph 15:15, you can perform step 11. That will be all. Step 11.
Понятно.
Inaudible.
Роман, как принял? Выполняем 11 шаг.
Roman, how copy? Step 11, radiogram 15:15.
Выполняем.
In work.
Итак, по 11 шагу доклад
Step 11.
4 видеофайла.
4 video files.
Видеофайла. Общий объем.
General volume.
Каждый примерно по
Each
380
about 380 megabytes.
Роман, 4 файла объемом
4 files.
4
4
файла.
files total.
383
383
тысячи 600 383 тысячи килобайт.
thousand
3 штуки. 383 тысячи 600 килобайт 3 штуки.
384 kilobytes and
Килобайт.
190,000 kilobytes. So 3 of the first ones and the last one is
Спасибо.
119,000.
Что с ними делаем? Оставляем.
What are we doing with those files? Shall I keep them where they are?
Секунду.
Stand by.
And at 2:45 p.m., we do have confirmation that the hooks on the Progress side of the interface have been closed,
Shall we
completing all of the rendezvous and docking tasks for the Progress vehicle. The 50 Progress launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome just
do not perform it yet?
a little more than 6 hours ago at 8:41 this morning Central Time. 5 hours, 55 minutes later, the 50 Progress docked to the Pirs Docking Port on the Russian segment of the International Space Station at 2:35 p.m. Central. 10 minutes later, the hooks and latches have been closed, securing the Progress to the space station as it begins to track into an orbital sunset.
7 more minutes. before the activation.
Еще раз,
Igor, so I was still waiting for 7 minutes, right? Yes.
So the rest of the crew's day will be to gather for their afternoon teleconference with flight controllers on the ground supporting International Space Station operations. The crew will be going to bed a little less than 2 hours from now. Their scheduled sleep time begins at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So they will not be opening the hatches to their newly arrived cargo vehicle, but it is in the timeline for the crew members on Tuesday. The plan is to conduct all of the leak checks, complete all of that activity before 5 o'clock in the morning, U.S. Central Time. And the plan is for the hatch to be opened somewhere in the 6 o'clock hour on Tuesday. So we'll have all of the results from that activity for you during the ISS update hour, which will begin at the usual time on Tuesday of 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 Eastern Time. So we'll be back to provide an hour of coverage of Expedition 34's voyage aboard the International Space Station at that time. Also, as a bonus within that hour, two of the crew members are going to take time out to talk about their mission aboard the station. Commander Kevin Ford and Flight Engineer Dr. Tom Marshburn will be talking about the mission with WBOI Radio out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and News 14, Carolina. That begins at 10:15 Central Time on Tuesday, so be sure to tune in for that as well during that ISS update hour. So again, the 50 Progress vehicle has arrived at the International Space Station. The hatches will be opened in the early hours on Tuesday so that the crew can access all of the hardware and supplies, logistics that were delivered in that smooth 5-hour, 55-minute launch to docking of the 50 Progress spacecraft. We'll be back again tomorrow with another hour of coverage at 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern. This is Mission Control Houston.